All right. So here we are, 3 days before Yom Kippur. 3 days before Yom Kippur. Now, from your experience, is Yom Kippur good or bad?
Good.
Why?
Bad.
Why?
You got a new slate.
Whatever you choose it for it to be.
From your experience, is it fun, bad, good, enjoyable? What's your experience with it?
Bad, but it's
You
not
like do
fun.
you like do tshuva and then you get a new slate, you get a new year.
Okay. Awesome. So it's a good day. Tell
And
me.
You're fasting, you're about to collapse and you're standing there 3 hours doing Muslim. So it's not the funnest of days, but it's not terrible. Like there's worse days that could be, you know.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
very
good
good
morning.
after Yom Kippur.
You feel?
Like right after the Yalla, like I feel
But then again,
Yeah, that's
feel
so
proud of
true.
yourself, rejuvenated,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, you feel like you can continue fasting, no?
Yeah.
At a certain point, you feel like, okay, whatever, it's fine, I'm not hungry anymore. Yeah, it's awesome. It's the beginning. It's the beginning that our bodies. I don't know if you've had this with other. Let's say you've detoxed or you were dieted, right? You did some diets and you had to let go of sugar, or let go of certain very addictive chemicals that are in our foods. In the beginning, there's this jittery, unhappy feeling in your body. You feel nauseous. You don't feel good. You feel starving. You have a headache. You got brain fog. You have all this initial reaction to not having what you want. Let's say you are addicted to coffee or chocolate or sugar mainly, right? And then you let go of these. And then you let it go. In the beginning, there's this reaction of oh no, the body kind of starts to, two things. Number one, the body starts to bug out, right? Because the person needs their addiction, the person that smokes, the person that has their daily habits. So there's this feeling of this letting go of something that you need, right? That's your best friend, right? It's usually these things that are not very much our best friends that we feel like are our best friends. They comfort us, they make us feel good, they make us feel, but it's really not a best friend, right? We'll get into that a little bit later. And then the second phase that happens, also the body also goes through withdrawal, right? Physical withdrawal. There's sweating. There's it's hard to sleep at night. There's different things that the body has to experience to let go. And what happens there is that the chemicals come to the surface and then they leave through your pores. And so when they come to the surface and they come out of your cells, right? All the stuff, the bad stuff, the chemicals, the substances that are in the food or in the drink or in the cigarette or in the whatever the addiction is, right? It starts, they come out. Once you stop feeding your body with these chemicals, then they start to purge, to come out of your cells. And when they start coming out of your cells, then you feel worse before you feel better. Right? Always like that. How do you know you're detoxing? How do you know you're getting stronger? How do you know you're getting clean? How do you know when you're working in the gym that it's actually working? When it hurts. Right? When it doesn't hurt, when you're not Charlie Horse, you're like, did I do the right workout? Right? When it doesn't feel good, when you don't feel good, you feel gross and you feel nauseous and you feel I wish I had it, but I'm not touching it. Right? That feeling in the beginning, when you're detoxing, it feels worse. It always feels worse before it feels better when you're on the road to recovery. Okay? You have to write that down in big letters. It always feels worse before it feels better when you're on your way to recovery. What that means is that when I let go of things that are not really serving me in my life, but on the contrary, they're hurting me in my life, whether that's relationships, people, okay, or different habits that I have, whether it's eating habits or social habits or emotional habits that I have, right, that I've developed over the years. And it could be for a plethora of reasons. It could be because people run to bad relationships or bad food or bad habits because of pain. Let's just put a big title on that, okay? It's like a pain. There's pain, and so therefore this relieves my pain. Whether it's 3 tubs of ice cream or whether it's that bad relationship, right? Because it's relieving me of my pain. Or whether it's scrolling nonstop through social media. Okay, where there's an ability to just numb, to just not think, to not have to deal with what do I do with my time? What am I doing with my life? What should I do right now? So this way it's an automatic distraction and it's an automatic relief from what am I doing with myself, from looking at myself in the mirror, from deciding, hey, Should I be doing this? Should I, be living my life this way? Should I make better choices? These decisions that I've made in the past, yeah, they probably weren't the best decisions for me. How am I changing that? But when I am distracting myself with things that relieve my pain, whether it's, again, food, people, outings, scrolling, when I'm distracting myself, what am I in essence doing?
Creating an addiction.
Creating an addiction, which does what? What is that? Where is that taking me? What is that? What is in essence? It's helping me to what? Not deal. There's something that needs to be dealt with that's calling me to deal with him or it, and I don't want to deal with it. Why do people not want to deal with things?
It's hard. Avoidance.
Hard. Why do they want to avoid?
It's painful.
Why do they want to avoid? Where's it coming from? It's painful. It's hard. What else?
It's easier
It's easier than?
than actually putting in the work.
Good. And what? It's easier than feeling.
Maybe because it doesn't come naturally to us.
What doesn't feel natural?
Like pushing hard or working hard is not natural.
It's not natural to work hard. Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Scared of change.
What?
Scared of changing.
Scared of changing?
They don't want to admit that something's wrong.
Okay. Why? If I don't admit that something is wrong, then what does that do?
It becomes real if you admit
But I'm
it.
suffering.
You're perfect.
But I'm suffering. I don't like my body. I don't like how I feel. I don't like the fact that I don't have my act together. I don't like the fact that I'm not advancing in my life. So what about it? Wait, how did that was weird. Just turn the camera around by itself. Weird.
You're used to it.
You what?
You're used to it.
Okay. So there's a lot of different reasons why people avoid, themselves. Okay? So if I'm avoiding myself, which means I'm avoiding the fact that I don't like living in this body because my body feels not good, looks not good, right? I want to avoid dealing with the fact that I don't want to feel not good. I don't want to feel this all the time. So I will go to the things that will distract me from myself, right? And many times the reason that people distract themselves is because they do not know what to do to make it better. I don't know what to do with myself.
Or just lying to yourself.
What's that?
Just lying to yourself, not know.
Why do you think you're lying to yourself?
Because you know the problem.
You know the problem, but
You don't want to
You just have to put in the work to be better.
let's give an example. You have a woman that is constantly going into the same type of relationships with more or less the same type of scenario. Okay? Back and forth, communication issues, right? The way she feels. Okay? It's usually basically, even if it's different people, bringing out the same stuff in her that she doesn't like. Right? Now, avoiding the stuff is you're saying you're lying to yourself.
She's probably not aware of it.
But she doesn't feel good.
She doesn't want to take
But it
accountability
doesn't
that
start
there
the
might actually
same.
be
You
a
don't
problem.
get hit on the first day.
Doesn't matter.
It's like
if you don't,
tired.
but we're talking about already getting to the point where you don't feel happy in your life. You don't feel like this organism is being taken care of well, fed well, working hard, getting good results, making money, having good relationships, advancing, moving forward, propelling forward, doing it right. Now, I am the only one that can take this being and give it either an awesome life that looks usually has a lot of boundaries and has a lot of chukim. How do you say chukim in English?
Laws.
Not really laws, but definition. Like a person, what's that?
Well, if you don't understand.
What do you mean?
Oh.
Oh, chok, that's what you mean. But chok in the Torah is right. That's something that you don't understand, that you don't have reason for. Okay, shh. Okay? So, girls. Hi. Yeah.
Is it that a person who is trying to escape from their problems, they either don't know they have the problem, or they don't know how to get out of it? Or they know how to get out of it, but they can't?
How do you know if you have a problem or not?
If you're struggling, you don't feel good.
Right. How you feel. You always measure where you're at by how you feel. when I started this conversation with you guys, we spoke about Yom Kippur. It's a hard day. It's a rigorous day. What was your name again? Tell me your name again. I have issues with names.
Me, Leah.
Leah said it's 3 hours Shemona Esrei that you have to stand there and go through all of your averos, all of your shortcomings, all of the stuff that you shouldn't have done that you did, right? It's rigorous, it's hard, you're fasting, it's long, it's intense, right? And yet, all of you said, most of you said, I think you would all agree, that by the end of it, by somewhere around Ne'ilah time, Mincha Ne'ilah time, you're already feeling like I could continue doing this. Like I can continue fasting. Like I don't have to run for that barekas right after. Maybe it's here. The addiction is here, maybe to the food. But here I'm okay. I could walk home. I could even have a cup of water and like chill. I'm not okay. I'm not there like I was in the beginning. Meaning, what happened in the beginning? The beginning was more, and I'm full in the beginning, right? We had like all day we're eating, and it's a mitzvah to eat Erev Yom Kippur, like it's a mitzvah to fast on Yom Kippur. If you eat Erev Yom Kippur, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, it's as if you fasted for 2 days. It's as if you fasted on Wednesday and Thursday. The whole Wednesday and the whole Thursday. Understand? That's how big of a deal it is for you to eat. So when you walk into Yom Kippur, what's going on is more of the fear of letting go, the fear of being hungry, the fear of walking into this day, the fear of having to go and feel all these things or not feel or be bored or be tired or be whatever. The fear of feeling all those things. The fear of feeling all those things is greater than actually feeling them. And that's why Yom Kippur is the biggest gift. Because Hashem raises the bar for us. Because if I don't raise the bar for my child or for myself, what happens to me? What do I do to them? What do I do to me? If I say to myself, it's okay, mommy, you could sleep till 11 every day. Wake up whenever you feel. You should eat whatever makes you feel, whatever soothes you. Okay? Don't push yourself too hard. Don't push yourself too hard. Whatever makes you feel good. Okay? Makes you feel good to just like scroll for like a few hours in the morning, do it. If I were to talk that way to my child, if I were to give that kind of message over to my child, what message am I giving over to them?
It's okay to be lazy.
What?
Stay comfortable.
It's okay to be lazy. There's things in life.
No.
Your bad habits.
That's in essence what I'm doing. But what is the message that they're getting?
You're not give it to your bad habits and do
You don't need to get better. Stay in your
Comfort
comfort zone.
zone. You don't need to
like this is the best you could do.
Stay in your comfort zone.
Exactly. This is the best you could do, mommy. This is where your bar is at. This is where your bar is at. That's where your bar is at. And what Hashem does to us, and like my kids go crazy. They're like, being Jewish is insane. It's insane. Like it's crazy, Ima. It's crazy. It's crazy to be Jewish. It's crazy to be Jewish. But we have conversations around this. They love being Jewish, and the bottom line, they get it. They get the whole thing. But it is a raising of the bar, where Hashem makes us, right, have to rise up, and then we look at ourselves, and then we're like, wow, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. After Yom Kippur, when you walk away from Yom Kippur, there's something inside of you that's a little bit more solid. There's something inside of you that's a little bit more connected, integrated, clear, focused, mature, adult, strong, capable. Right? When I cut corners for myself, when I'm cutting corners for myself, basically what I'm telling me is what is the message that I'm sending my little girl, or I'm sending my subconscious, or wherever I'm sending this thing, I'm sending myself the message that I'm weak. I don't have what it takes. I want to lose 5 pounds and I can't. I really want to stop eating this thing that makes me feel nauseous every time, but I can't. What's the message I'm sending myself? You're incapable. And when I feel incapable, guess what happens to me?
You are incapable.
You become incapable. And guess the kind of people you attract? Incapable. And guess when you go around and you look at the world from these eyes, that the message that you keep sending to this subconscious here is incapable. Of course I can lose 5 pounds if I want to lose 5 pounds. I'm on it. If I sit around and kvetch about it, and I can't, it's so hard, it's so difficult, and it's so this, and it's so that, all I'm doing is that I'm turning my inner voice, the voice that guides me in my life, the voice that's going to bring about the results that I'm going to bring about in my life. That voice, I'm weakening that voice so much that it literally is looking outward for people to save them. And then when people don't save me, I become the victim. They don't care about me. Look how hard it is for me. Look how difficult it is for me. Look how my mother did it and my mother couldn't. My mother is like 400 pounds, and she sits around all day. That's why I'm like this. They look for excuses to stay stuck in their suffering, and the longer they stay stuck in their suffering, the smaller and smaller they get in their own eyes. And then they wonder why they're only attracting abusive people. And then they wonder why their bosses are abusive, or they don't see their value, or they don't see their worth. The only way that I can feel worthy, the only way that I can feel good about myself, is if I challenge myself in the areas that are difficult for me, and believe that whatever I want in my life, I am going to push forward in this area, even when it's difficult, especially when it's difficult. And the thing here, the most important part of this thing, is that the higher you raise your bar, the more difficult that's going to be. Difficulty is not a sign of it's not a negative sign. Difficulty, on the contrary, is a positive sign. If it's difficult for you to wake up in the morning earlier, do it. If it's difficult for you to come out of whatever zone you're in that's super comfortable, do it. The comfort weakens. Comfort weakens. Challenge strengthens. Now, what do I need to strengthen? I just want to be comfortable all day, and that's the world that we live in today. The message is 24/7. Just be comfortable. Don't work too hard. You okay, mommy? You okay? You picked up the garbage from the floor. You okay? You want to sit down? You want to breathe? That's the message. The message is so patronizing because we're powerhouses. And my life is always going to look, my life will always look the way I view myself. And the way I view myself is based on how I'm clear about what I'm capable of. What I'm capable of. What am I capable? What am I able to do? What am I able to do? What are you able to do? The things that you want to do. I don't want the same things you want. You don't want the same things I want. You don't. You want to be a fashion designer, and she wants to be a scientist, and this one has a total passion for health and wellness. How do you know what you're capable of doing? What you're passionate about. What sparks your interest. What pulls you in. What you're interested in. What do you want to learn about, read about, hear about? And the only reason that people are not living the lives that they are meant to live, and that they want to live, and the lives that are going to give them so much more, like feedback, results, excitement, happiness, the life that they're going to get back from the effort that they're going to put in, okay? The only reason that people are not there is because they've lowered their bar so much for themselves because they don't believe that they can. They don't believe that they can. And why don't I believe that I can? Why? Why don't I believe that I can? Because why? You keep on repeating it to yourself. What are you getting from repeating it to yourself over and over again? You're getting something from it. We don't do anything, by the way, we don't do anything, girls, write this down. You don't do anything you don't get something from. Nothing. I don't care what kind of a martyr you think you are in a relationship. You are getting, whether you're getting to be, in control of the person that you're helping, or whether you have a good feeling about it, you're getting something from whatever you are doing, even if it's harming you. Alcoholics, drug addicts, they're getting something. They're getting pleasure. They're getting a fix. They're getting something. There's nothing that they're, even if you're suffering, you're getting something. Otherwise, you wouldn't be doing it.
Getting something bad or getting something good? Just getting something.
You're getting something pleasurable. There's some pleasure that you're meeting inside of you. That's why you're there. Otherwise, you wouldn't be there.
I feel like it's not true.
Tell me why.
Like when it comes to keep it up again, my parents will ask me to do something that like I definitely don't want to do. Like I'll still do it for them because keep it up aim.
And so what are you getting from doing Kibbutz Avim?
A mitzvah.
Should we talk about what you get from doing Kibbutz Avim? What are you getting? Why do you feel, forget about what the Torah says for a second about Kibbutz Avim. Why do you feel inside of your heart like it's the right thing to do when you do what your parents ask you to do when you don't want to do it?
Because going against them like wouldn't be the right thing.
Why?
Because they'd be upset.
And then,
They'll stop giving.
how many times have you made your parents upset?
What?
Yeah. So you know what it's like when they get upset. So they get upset and?
I'm doing it so that they don't get upset.
Are you? Are you? Are you doing it? Say the truth. There's no right answer. It's your truth. Are you doing it so your parents don't get upset with you? Are you doing it so your parents, because you want them to, you want them to feel good? You want to honor them? Are you doing it because God said so? Are you doing it because it gives you long life? Are you doing it because, like, what's your reason for listening to them?
Probably so that they're not upset.
So that they're not upset. Meaning so that you don't have to take the brunt of it. You don't have to get involved in something you don't want to get involved in, so you just do it to keep them at bay. So they're happy. That's why you're doing it. So that's fear motivated.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's two places that we can come from.
The short end.
Always in life, we can either come at something from either a fear-motivated place or from a love-motivated place. Okay, when I say love, I don't just mean love and hearts and romantic kisses and all that stuff. When I'm saying fear and love, what we're talking about is when I choose to come out of my comforts, right? Because I know that when I meet my challenges, even if I fall and get up and fall and get up, but when I meet challenges, it does something to my core. It strengthens my being. It makes me into the person I want to become. It allows my energy to shift into a healthier, better, happier version of me. Good things happen as a result of me taking those steps, as opposed to just catering to the lower vibration inside of me that just says sit and rest and don't do and just be happy and eat whatever you want and say whatever you want and be with whoever you want and do whatever you want because it makes you happy in the moment. I understand at this point in my life, I understand as I've become more of an adult, I understand today that it doesn't work that way just because something feels good is that it is good. I heard that when a person shoots up heroin the first time, it's like the euphoria that they experience from that first shot up of heroin is nothing that anyone can ever experience in terms of pleasure in this world. It hits the brain in such a way that all the pleasure chemicals in the brain go crazy. There is so much pleasure from that. So we understand that pleasure doesn't necessarily equal good. It could very many times equal breakdown. Okay, so now that we're adults, right? So when I come at something, there's different ways. That's why Hashem says, Yiras Hashem or Avas Hashem. Either it's fear motivated or it's love motivated, which means fear motivated is a certain level. It's a level of, I'm not going to rob the bank because I don't want to be arrested. Not because I don't want the money. Not because I care about the people there. Not because I care about being a good person or not good person. The only reason I'm not robbing this bank is because I don't want to spend the rest of my life behind bars. Okay, so that the fear of being behind bars is what's going to not make me do that. Okay, so I'm now not going to argue with my parents because when I did, I saw where that brought me. And so therefore, from a not wanting to deal with the ramifications of this, I'm going to do what they asked me to do. That's one level. I am not going to be Michal Shabbos because I know that there's Gan Eden, I know that there's Gehenna, I know that there's Olam Haba, I know that there's a God, I know that it's all true, I know Torah is Min Hashemayim. I'm not going to be Michal Shabbos because I don't want to burn in hell. That's a level. And that's a very important level. It's a very, very important level. But it's very basic. Basic. The place where we're trying to get to as evolved human beings, as Jews, the place we want to get to is to come at it from a much more educated place of when I do this, when I go on this jog, when I listen to my parents, when I make better choices in these relationships, when I let certain people leave my life even though I love them, when I stop being an addict to the foods and to the chemicals in the relationships that I'm in, okay? When I do these things, I understand that I'm advancing myself, even though in the moment it's hard for me. Even though in the moment it's difficult, even though in the moment it's not comfortable and it's not tasty and it's not yummy and it's not pleasurable to be alone, to let that toxic person go, to stop eating those foods, to make better decisions for yourself, to show up in shul. I know it's not easy, but easy doesn't mean good, like we said. Pleasure doesn't mean good, like we said. When I am coming from a place where I'm a more educated human being at this point of my life, in this adult version of me, I understand that taking me on a run, that taking this to a class, that going to sleep on time and waking up on time, that taking half hour out of my day and praying to God, I understand that when I put myself in those scenarios, when I put myself in these settings, even though it's not easy, that is how I'm going, that is how I'm evolving, growing, becoming the best version of me, and then the results I get are much better. The people I attract, the places I end up working, the people I end up going to, the thoughts I end up having, the feelings in my body, the way I look, the way I present, my confidence, my self-esteem, my self-worth, everything takes a step up. So, Yirah Shamayim, having fear, coming at things from a fear-based place, depending on what it is important. But growing and taking life by the horns, and really advancing and really evolving, that takes understanding that pain equals gain. And we hold on to our addictions, to these people that give us a little good feeling and then some drama, lots of drama. And we hold on to jobs because we think that I'm never going to get a better job. And we hold on to addictions, foods, different things, because they comfort us and they make us feel good in the moment, even though when we look in the mirror, we're like, look at my skin, look at my body, look at the way I look. I'm not happy in the way I look and the way I'm presenting myself in this world. God tells us, Aseret Yemei Tshuva is like this. Okay? This is Aseret Yemei Tshuva. Aseret Yemei Tshuva is a trampoline. Anyone that misses this trampoline, the last day is Yom Kippur, which is in 2.5 days from now. The last day, it started on Rosh Chodesh Elul, and the last day is Yom Kippur. Energetic-wise, in the world, it's a trampoline. You take a jump and you fly. Okay? You hop and it goes much faster, as opposed to being on the floor and jumping. It's a trampoline, which means Hashem says, put your right foot forward, tell me what you want, and we're going to read something very amazing by Rav Pincus here. Tell me what you want, tell me who you want to be, write it out, draw the picture for me, tell me, God, this is where I'm going, this is what I want, this is what I'm willing to sacrifice to get there. And Aseret Yemei Tshuva and Yom Kippur does the work for you. It does the work for you. And when I mean it does the work for you, you will get so much more inertia. You're going to get so much more momentum in your work, in your movement, in your moving forward, okay, that you are literally a fool for not taking advantage of this time. Literally. Okay, but it's the old habits and it's the stuff that we're accustomed to, because when people tell us Rosh Hashanah, you literally become a new person, you got a new lease on life, it's a restart button. But I feel the same way the day before, the day after, God forbid. It's a knowing, it's an understanding that I have to get clear on a few things. I have to get clear on a few things. That life stays the same. You ever went to a nursing home? You ever seen what end of life looks like? End of life. Okay? Not everyone, especially living in this country, we know our zochet to get to end of life. You have to be zochet to get to the end of life. Okay? In this country, sadly, us Jews are paying a heavy price for living on this land, and we're sacrificing a lot of people to live here that die at age 18 and 19 and 20 and 21. But Bezrat Hashem, end of life, you see people that basically, I think that it basically comes down to two types of people that I've seen in nursing homes or end of life, or people that are old. You have the people that the same way they were when they were 20 and 30 and 40 is basically more or less the same way they're going to be at 80 and 90 and 100. Why? Because time doesn't change anything. Rosh Hashanah will come and go. Yom Kippur will come and go. Sukkot will come and go. Unless I am an active participant in my life, nothing will change me. Nothing. Nothing. God himself will not change me. You understand that? Nothing will change me. Know where I go, know one I'm with. Unless I am an active participant in the game called my life, and I'm an active participant in relationships, and I'm an active participant in how I want to evolve this organism, nothing will change me. So Rosh Hashanah has the potential. Yom Kippur has the potential. Asar Simei Tshuva has the potential to take you to the next level. But what you need to do in that time is the most important thing. And what do you need to do in that time? And we know this from Yom Kippur. What would you say is the number one thing you would have to do in this time or in general in life to propel you forward? Because the time, life, people won't do anything to you. It's just stuff that's going on around you. Unless you're an active participant. What do you need to do in order to take advantage of this time? What do you need to do in order to really use, milk this time? What do you need to do? What do you mean change?
Become an active participant.
Like what?
Let's say you only daven brachos, then try davening more.
Okay, good.
Tiniest, smallest step. And you could actually be like waking up 10 minutes earlier. Like that's just changing your routine, getting you out there. It's just one small step.
Good, very good.
Put in the work.
Okay, let's get more specific than more generic. We're going to go in here and we're going to learn something incredible.
About what's not working. And figure out
You gotta self-reflect.
Self-reflect is awesome, but you know what? We are in the world called Olam Asiyah. In this world, actions is where it's at. You could talk. Talking is important to know what you want to do, where you want to go, get clear on it. You could write things down. You could have plans. But the act of not eating that, of not texting that, of not going there, of not letting your brain go to victim mentality. The actions is what molds this piece of clay here. That's what's going to mold you. Hashem says, I'm here to like, woo! Okay? But if you're not going to get in my hands over here, you're not going to get on me, then I'm going to keep going like this. But you need to get on. How do you get on? Like exactly what you guys said. You get on And I want to read it to you from the inside because it's really important to see it inside because it's just always good to see it inside.
Wait, what book is this?
This is Yamim Noraim by Rav Shimshon Pincus. That's all.
Oh, I was just reading that yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. In English.
Oh, yeah? It's a good one.
Thanks.
Here, he says it here. Guys, we want to stay quiet to keep focus in the room. Let me see what time is class over? Is it over? 11? It's 11:15. Okay, so I'm going to end quickly. So I'm going to tell it to you without looking inside. Next class I'll do it with them inside. He says like this. Really? Honestly? It takes, who was it that said this? I don't remember which big tzaddik that said this. That it takes 70 years to change a midah?
Oh, I
70
heard
years.
that.
Yeah.
I agree with this. Someone said this on Shabbos and it
What?
bothers me.
No, a midah, not a habit.
No, a habit is 30 days.
A habit is much quicker, but a midah, I thought you can't.
A personality
What's a midah without
trait.
a habit attached to it?
No, it's different.
No, you change the
What is
habit.
No, a
different.
habit is like going
You
to
can
the
have a
gym
midah.
every day.
You can have a
A habit is that
Your midah is
here.
laziness. You're not gonna be like, oh, she's so lazy if she's going to the
No,
gym
because
every
that's
day
only
and
one
running.
aspect of your laziness. So if you start changing every aspect of your laziness, that's going to take you a lifetime to change.
But also to change the
But I
actual
think so.
midah,
You know
the
that-
inner like
You've said this.
stuff of yourself
Changing
is different.
a habit is super like
It's
you just
so
be
hard.
consistent and it'll change eventually. Changing a midah is built into you, like it
Right.
takes a
It's
lifetime.
part of you.
You have to work on it, and you can change your midah, your habit, to be like for the good or for the bad of your midah, but you have that in you.
But everyone has every midah in you. So a midah is a measurement.
But you have-
So if you're changing the habit, you're therefore
So-
changing the measurement, which could therefore take 30 days.
Yeah, but it'll
Okay,
change.
here's how we do it. Girls, you can continue afterwards the conversation, but this is the direction. Okay, this is the direction. Okay, again, you can hear the most motivating things in the world. You could sit through the most incredible classes in the world. You could be around the most incredible people in the world. All that helps. But unless you put one foot forward and one foot in front of the next, and you understand that comfort doesn't mean safety, and it doesn't mean advancing, and it doesn't mean becoming a better version of yourself. On the contrary, it can really hold you back. Then you understand that really the whole thing is coming out of your comfort zone. That's what it comes down to. So he says like this. Okay? He says, really, we can't really change ourselves. Really, we can't really change ourselves. He says the person can have a long list of the areas of their life that they want to change. You can't really do it. And I loved hearing this because it's very empowering. Why is it empowering? Because the only way that you can do it is understand that I'm not doing anything. I'm not really doing anything. Because when it's on my shoulders to make $100,000 a year, okay, when it's on my shoulders to get married, to find the right person, to get the right job, when it's on my shoulders, okay, that energy is not helpful. And it's not even true. Some people, whatever they touch turns to gold. It's not because they're better than other people. It's because they were touched by Hashem. This person is touched by God. Yeah, they have good qualities and they're smart, but they're not like whatever they touch turns to gold. This is the secret sauce. This is what I'm teaching you right now is the secret sauce. What he tells us, he says like this. What is tshuva? Okay, we see this in the Siddur. It says, during the Sefer Tshuva, the three things that can save a person from the Gzar Din, from the decree, God forbid that a person will, God forbid if there's something that's supposed to not be good for a person in their life, the three things that can save them are tshuva, tefillah, and tzedakah. Do tshuva, do tefillah during these days, and do tzedakah. Okay, give tzedakah. Those are the three keys. Fine. He says, what is tshuva? Is understanding that it's understanding like this. It's understanding that it's not on my shoulders. What Hashem wants me to do is like this. Hashem wants you to have a vision. Hashem wants you to have a vision for yourself. He wants you to have a vision for yourself as to where you're going, what you want your schedule to look like, what you want yourself to look like, what you want your life to look like. How does that impact everyone else? Because when I'm only living for myself, the chances of having a lot of siyata d'shmaya are not so high. When I am eating in order, when I am teaching in order, when I want money in order to make the world a better place, to impact people's lives, to bring kavod to his name, to light up the world around me, to be a happier person so I can be a better person to be around. when I want to lose weight in order to be nicer because I'm always preoccupied with this thing and I don't feel good about myself and I'm not confident and then I don't say the right things and then I act mean to people without meaning it because I don't feel good about myself because I have a low self-esteem because all these things. If when I'm doing things in order to make the world a better place, to make God's name great, to bring light into this world, meaning I'm part of a bigger team and it's not just about me, I want this and I want this and I want this and I want this. When I come to Hashem with a game plan during these days and I tell Hashem, okay, Hashem, this is where I'm going, this is what I want, this is what I don't know how I'm going to do that. I'm coming, I'm done in a minute.
And you're probably going to have all of them because the other teacher's sick. So just letting you know.
No problem. I'm finishing up in a minute, 1 minute. Where are they? Where are they?
Hashem with the game plan.
Come to Hashem with a game plan. And I don't know how me, little Devorah, is going to do that. I don't know. I have issues, I have my own problems, I have my own insecurities, I have days where I can't get it together, where I feel little about myself, where I don't have the confidence, where I'm not motivated, where I feel stupid. Yes. So I have this whole thing that I want to make the world a better place and make, be amazing and all these things. That's nice. But the only way I can really do that is understand one thing. Hashem is going to do that for me. What do I need to do in the moment? What do I need to? First of all, believe that anything is possible. That if I want it, then there's a reason that I want it because you want something else and I want something else and she wants something else. The reason that it's in your heart that you want that thing, you want this life, you want to be that person is because Hashem wants you to be that. It's that's possibly your you in this world. That's possibly your tikkun. That's possibly why you came into this world to fix. That's why you have a calling for it. So number one, get clear on who you want to be, what it looks like. Number two, it's not on your shoulders. It's not on your shoulders. Give it to God. Hashem, this is my game plan. I'm willing to be an active participant in my life, but I can't get all this done. There's no way. You need to do it. I'm here. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to fight, but I have all these things that are holding me back and all these things that can possibly weaken me. But Hashem, you can do that for me. You can. And how do I show Him? Where and this is the clincher, sacrifice the things that are comfortable and addictive and usually toxic for me right now, in these days. Sacrifice those things. Sacrifice your sleep in the morning till 11, get up at 8. Sacrifice that relationship. Sacrifice the things that are holding you and making you small and you're clinging to because you're afraid of really living your life. You're afraid of really being yourself. Whether it's like we said in the beginning, I don't know what to do and I don't know how to change, so I just scroll all day. And I avoid. I'm no longer avoiding Hashem. I'm going to turn off the phone. I'm going to turn all this noise down. I'm going to stop eating that, drinking that, living that because it weakens me. I'm going to start swimming or I'm going to start lifting weights or I'm going to start eating healthy or I'm going to start going to daven. And that's my sacrifice. But Hashem, the work and all this game plan, that's you. I'm going to show you I'm ready. I'm going to show you I'm game. That's all you got to do. That's all we have to do. Show up. Have a great day.